It's finally happened.
They have their announced day when they're going to start their weekly television series. You like that segue?
Oh,
By the way, that was a good segue.
It was perfect.
It is, I believe, October 2nd.
Yep.
On TNT.
From 8 until 10 p.m. Live every week.
I'm interested. I can't wait. It's another show. There's high hopes.
And also they're airing their very first taping at the Capital One Arena in Washington D.C., which is by far their biggest arena that they've tried to.
I think what they have to do, they have to, and I think was it Jericho? I think he had an interview. Jericho did that. Said you got to start small. They don't expect.
Yeah,
to be.
I feel like that like they definitely are not going to be doing this every single week. It's just for the very first TV taping. I'm perfectly fine with it, but I think after this
you got to drop smaller and work your way up.
Like I think like 5 to 8,000 to 8,000 seated arenas is like perfectly fine.
Almost like in a way. Like when Monday Night Raw went on the air, they were in they were probably way smaller than what AEW is going to be, but still, it got small arenas in Manhattan Center, and then they're now in big arenas like hockey arenas in major towns.
Well, they can do small college basketball arenas too, like and like. Yeah, and Tony Khan even said this that like that at that theater in Jacksonville where they had Fight for the Fallen at, they're gonna be airing some more TV there in the future, which I feel that is a very good looking set. It's definitely different, which I think is always a plus because that is another criticism about the WWE. It's just like everything looks exactly the same. It's good to have a different looking stage. You know,
I feel like they might, with this Fox deal, can't speak. I feel like they might have to do that because Fox is really like.
And you can
more involved than I don't want to say more involved, but
into when you're
than USA and NBC
when you're dishing out $8 billion, and I think it's abundantly clear, and this is that this is something that they never did with the UFC is like they are way more hands on, whereas with the UFC they were pretty much out of it or not as hands on. But you could just tell like they want certain people and they want the product presented in a certain way. Like we have heard rumors of them possibly wanting Daniel Cormier as a commentator who is the current UFC heavyweight champion. But
he's a big wrestling fan.
Yeah, he's a huge wrestling fan, which I feel like he would be a very interesting addition. I'm not sure how well that he would do, especially with like Vince constantly in his ear. I'm not exactly sure how he would take to that because knowing how DC is, he doesn't like really being like micromanaged. I feel like that would definitely be something that I would definitely be concerned in regards with him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I think he could just, for example, I think he can have a good chemistry with Corey Graves on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I think Corey works well with anybody.
I will say
Cormier
though,
could be a good like babyface one. But I think better than Brian Saxton. I messed up his first name. I have nothing against him, but I think he just brings legitimacy to professional wrestling on SmackDown on Fox. Even though we all know about how professional wrestling works, I can't talk today. That it's not actually happening per se. So I think it's going to help, and then Corey Graves can be that like heel king commentator almost, and I think it's going to work well. Will they do it? Who knows?